Mr. Bertolini, thank you very much for being with us today. When we are talking about the instruments for pre-accession assistance, people usually don't understand actually what it is about. They think that there is some amount of money, European money, that you're willing to give to the country, but they don't understand actually the point and which areas are they dedicated to. Can you explain us more about the funds?
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you very much for the interview. The European Union funds, we should speak about the EU funds. Actually, IPA, Instrument for Pre-Accession, is an acronym that we should avoid. But okay, it's taxpayers' money that are channeled through the budget of the European Union, which is used for development purposes and for the purposes of accession. So North Macedonia, like all the other Western Balkan countries, receive enormous amount of funds in order to increase the standard of life of the citizens, increase the benefits to everybody, increase the inclusion of vulnerable people, increase the democracy, the governance, the functioning of institutions. We look at the Sustainable Development Goals, we look at the accession criteria of a country into the European Union. And all these funds, we can count on, in average, about 90 million euro per year. And to give you a comparison, the whole investment program of a country was 160 million euro almost last year. So we are, huge amount of funds are channeled in the way of projects. Support to national institutions, to local authorities. We have 37% of our funds are spent in municipalities. And then with civil society organizations, with farmers, business. So everybody is receiving funds in order to make something better. So as I say, normally projects are extraordinary activities that should bring your life a change.
In our country, we are now using so-called IPA 2, so the program for 2014-2020. Can you tell us how satisfied are you by the effects so far?
It's difficult that I'm satisfied 100%. But when we started with me here 2.5 years ago, we encountered a country which was devolving funds back to Brussels. And this for us is a disaster, because if policymakers are making possible to use certain funds, we should aim to use all the funds we have. Now we are much better, but still it's not as I would like to have. So this is why
do you find the reasons
work
why
more and more.
The problems? Why institutions don't have capacity to absorb?
Mostly it's a problem of capacity. Mostly institutions do not absorb the funds as they should. There are long procedures. When the funds are measured by national authorities, the procedures are very long. We are also guilty because we have to control. We have to be sure that the money spent, each euro is spent for something useful. So all this brings...
It's not wasted.
Exactly, and we should avoid corruption, we should avoid malfunctioning. So all this is complicated. So when we realized that too much funds were channeled through the national institutions, we decided to re-centralize the management of some funds. And this is why I'm saying it's going better now. Because if we are managing, if we don't contract 100% of the funds we have, we are responsible. Our internal contracting rates are very high. I am satisfied when I am at least 95% contracted and use of these funds. We are public officers. We serve the public. We need to do everything in order to be satisfaction for the public. So this is a kind of message that me and my colleagues are always looking at.
It's a great message actually for all public servants.
The problem is that when the public administration is composed by many people who are only receiving the salary, which is a very small salary, we have to admit, but only receiving a salary and do not provide a service, and we should count only on few very committed public officials, then it's difficult to channel a lot of funds.
Yes. Can you tell us which one of 5 components of IPA gave the biggest results?
In IPA 1, so 2007-2014, the sector that absorbed less funds were agriculture and social sectors. For different reasons. Agriculture, because we are also very complicated. We ask the national authorities to do an extraordinary control of these funds, and the selection procedure to give grants to farmers, it is very long. We are now improving, the Ministry of Agriculture is improving, so we are much better now, but in the past was a problem. The social sectors also because many tenders managed by national authorities did not materialize. And normally there is a cultural problem that people in North Macedonia, they have a difficult understanding of the word time and the word deadline. They are very good close to the deadline in doing things, but when things fail. So
Mediterranean mentality, probably.
It's Italian mentality. Unfortunately,
Mediterranean, I said, but Italian is also fine.
You know, I'm coming from a region very close to Switzerland, so I'm.
Different.
My friends say that I was delivered to the wrong side because I'm to Italy. So for me, time is very important. So we have 3 years after the program is approved. We have 3 years normally to contract the funds. And with national authorities, they only move fast in the last 6 months. They sleep for 2.5 years, and they work in the last 6 months. In our delegation, we initiate the procurement immediately, so that we can assure that the funds are contracted and be used.
Now you mentioned the citizens, so you're not only the institutions are users of this money, also the citizens are. So that's why you are among them, making these workshops, explaining to the people directly why this money are important and how can they have access to them. Can you see the effect of these meetings you're having?
These workshops are one of the best things that we could have initiated. We already did 12 workshops in 12 different municipalities, and we will continue to do until the 81 municipalities are done. In the sense that from these workshops we get 2 important benefits. One is that the citizens, the civil society organizations, the farmers, the business person, the municipality staff understand better what is available for them and what they should do. Second effect is that we understand better what are the needs of people living in municipalities. We cannot rely only by communicating with the national ministries. So we are very much out of Skopje, and this is very beneficial for our intervention. So we can really, indeed now in this moment, the people are working on 4 questions. One of the questions is, considering all what we offer you, all the priorities we are putting in our programs because of your needs, what are the needs you consider that are not covered? So we can go home and do the next program with these needs included.
That's the questions that you are asking the people. Now we are making this interview in Kočani. You are having here a workshop. Yes. What are the questions that are coming from the audience? What are people interested in?
The question normally that they come, and this is one of, I could summarize in one big demand. The big demand is, we need you closer to us. And we try to solve this. Indeed, we already programmed a program for municipalities that will be available in 1.5 year time for financing innovative projects together with European Union municipalities, because the accession is for the whole country, it's not for the government only, and for the citizens. So, in order to prepare municipalities for this program in 1.5 years, we will start training one person per each municipalities. We will ask the mayors to appoint these persons in order to train them and to be EU focal points in municipalities. And then this person will be the better vehicles to transmit information to all citizens.
Yes. Okay. Can you tell us what the country can expect now, having in mind the acceleration of the integration process for Macedonia, maybe increasing of the funds? Maybe you can make also a comparison with other countries.
We will have soon good news, but I would like to wait for the good news before announcing. And definitely.
You mean wait till June, till the summit, or it doesn't matter again?
It is not only related to the European Council conclusions that we all hope will be positive. But it's related also to the fact that there was a big event. The names deal is a fantastic opportunity for the whole country, and I think that we are also showing to our colleagues in Brussels that the country can do more. So there is a positive trend. In this positive trend, there are always many problems that we have to face. This is why I love to be here, because I like problems. So every day there are problems, but apart of this, there are opportunities. And all what we do is to get more financial resources for meaningful activities, for meaningful projects, for helping young people to remain in the country. Because I think there is no meaning if we do all this work and by the time
people will leave,
the North Macedonia will be part of the European Union, will be empty. So this is not possible.
Thank you very much for your time, for the messages.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you.